Boris shows up soon. My glass is empty again. Well, last weekend a movie called Easy Money opened in theaters all across America. In its first 3 days, it grossed more than $5 million. And all because its star appeared on Creature Features last Saturday night. Remember when I said that the star of that film would be appearing later in the evening?
Hey, Stanley, wait a minute. How come I'm not in the opening of your show? I tell you, I got no respect at all.
Well, we now go directly to part 2 of our special report on this comedian's comedian, the man who strives for personal recognition, for public identity, and never receives either, the guy who's snubbed by his neighbor, who's whistled at by ugly girls, who's barked at by St. Bernard, who's kicked in the shins by little old ladies from Pasadena and Peoria. The no-respect man himself, Rodney Dangerfield. Is the woman-chasing, beer-swilling, cigarette-smoking Monty in Easy Money the real Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Not women chasing so much, but the idea of the movie came from my own personal life, I guess. That I'm a fellow who can't learn moderation. If I smoke too much, I'll drink too much, eat too much, and I thought maybe it might be funny to take all these things and put them into a character and then see what happens when he has to stop all these things.
Now, the film does have its serious underside because you're really dealing here, or you're touching on human excesses and our weaknesses in dealing with those excesses. Is there also a serious side to Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh, I guess so, yeah. I mean, life isn't all laughter and comedy. You have your serious side, sure. I'm a rather serious guy, as a matter of fact. It's just the work I do. It's my business, and I've been writing jokes since I'm 15, so I guess trying to be funny is part of me, you know.
Is it your hope that in the wake of Easy Money that you might become a film star, a comedian film star?
Well, doing movies was never in my mind, really, you know. I just wanted to do what I do. My first love will always be standing up live and the emotional reaction from people having a romance with an audience, and I was never looking for movies. Just doing my monology is what I know to do. Then Caddyshack came along, and it was a good part offered me, and so I wrote about 100 lines to add to that character, and that worked out fine for me, and from that I got this.
Hi, Nicky.
Hi, Rose. Hey, kid, where is it?
Oh, yo, Nick.
What are you playing, Mozart?
Scales.
Scales, huh? Never heard of them.
Rose! Rose! Rose!
Hey, yo, whoa, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you, cracking up?
Oh, I tell you, Nicky, it's rough. It's rough.
Rodney, you started as a gag writer when you were, what, 16 or 17
I
years
was
old?
15, I was writing jokes. Not out of happiness, perhaps out of being
Necessity?
unhappy. And no, I wasn't selling them then. I was just writing them to escape from reality and go into a different world, perhaps, or something like that. So I just started writing jokes then.
And then you started presenting your own material on stage, right?
Well, I was 17, went into amateur nights. I was a singing waiter at 19. At 19, I started trying to get a job for $5 a night and pay the agent 50 cents commission, you know, and working at tough joints where I was brought up, and that's what I learned, my craft, I guess, and when I was young, and learning how to walk on the stage and making people like you, and you learn humility in those places, you know.
Can you recall the moment when you knew you were going to be a comedian, that it was going to work for you?
You never know, really. I mean, I quit show business when I was 28, so I guess it wasn't working too good, you know.
That's right, you went into the painting business.
Yeah, I was out from 28 to 40. I came back at 40 on a part-time basis, more or less. I couldn't get any work, and when It was a very difficult thing for me to know when you're in show business. And the first time I was in it, I was just barely making a living, you know. And I quit it because I was looking for love and a normal way of life and whatever that is, you know.
Did you find a sense of fulfillment from it, that second career, when you came back?
When I came back, it was very difficult again. I came back at 40 looking for a job, and it was very, very tough. I couldn't get anything, really. And it was like a fix. I had to do it. I had to write jokes. I had to do it. I was very unhappy getting divorced, and I just, life didn't make sense. There was no perfection or anything, and the only way I could be happy was perfecting my work, monology and jokes and writing them and doing them, and it was a tough grind coming back, you know.
Are you happy today, Rodney?
I'm not really a happy guy, no. I mean, people very often associate money and success with happiness. It don't work that way. You are what you are. You're born a certain way, a certain attitude, what's in your head, and you stay that way. It helps. It gives you mobility. Money, of course, is nice, but I'm a very unpretentious person. I mean, rather than have the material things, if I'm talking to someone and I can have communication with them, male or female, I find that much more rewarding than having a big house or a big pool or something like that.